In this video, you're going to hear chainsaws and sirens and other miscellaneous cleanup noises in the background. So it's the day after a tornado came through our neighborhood. So let's take a look at the tomatoes and peppers and see what we got left and what got damaged and what we can hope to salvage out of this mess the storms have been leaving for me. So this is the sago garden area, and those are my surviving sunflowers they're pretty beat up, but you never know, we might get some blooms out of them. You can see there's a little bit of debris around. I've gone through and picked some of it up, but my sago fronds got damaged a little bit. You can see like there's a broken one right there, and the hail, we had baseball sized hail come through here. Like you can see there's a broken branch on that tomato right there, and I picked some tomatoes up off the ground in this garden. I'll kind of show you what we got left, and these plants are still producing. We've had other than the storms, we've had a pretty nice weather spring for growing vegetables. There's a pretty nice cluster of tomatoes right there. See if I can get the camera on these where you can see. Yeah, those are good sized tomatoes, size of almost approaching the size of a baseball. These are BHN 589s. There's 2 plants here, and the rest of this is pretty much just herbs and stuff like that. This is a giant parsley that I plant these for the black swallowtail butterflies. Actually, there's one of their larvae right there, a small one. They're starting to blossom. I hadn't seen many of those this year compared to last year. I had a whole bunch of them. And yeah, there's a couple more, little tiny ones. Those are about ½ inch long. So yeah, this plant's got a bunch of them on it. That's good. Another one, about ½ inch long. Probably got laid all at the same time. So anyway, yeah, black swallowtail butterflies, they love parsley plants, and they like dill too. I have one surviving dill plant. My timing on dill plants and pickles isn't that great, but it looks like we might get some dill heads off of this one in time to make some pickles. I got a purple coneflower that's coming up to blossom. That's nice. Planted those last year, and you can see the one volunteer sunflower I had in here is knocked over and basically broken in half. What else is in this garden is some pepperoncini peppers and actually they're making peppers, which is, you can see the little peppers on them. And then there's some big ones down in there. But I'm waiting till I get enough of these to make a jar of peppers. So the cantaloupes, they got pounded by hail. There's one that looks like it's trying to come back to life, but it's alive, but no telling if that plant's ever gonna produce anything. A nice bunch of pepperoncinis there. So anyway, that's the sago garden. Those are the volunteer sunflowers that were going here, that were looking pretty good, really good. They were blossoming until last night. Right when they started blossoming, this happens. So my neighbor's got some huge tree damage in her yard. But let's just go look at my stuff here for now. These are my potted cantaloupes. Those might survive, we'll see. When plants get beat up like that, they're never gonna do what they would have done if they hadn't been damaged, so. In some ways, it's a lost cause. Here's my pepper plants. You can see where the hail beat the leaves off them a little bit. Eggplant. Yeah, some of this stuff is just, it's disappointing, but what are you going to do? I mean, you can't control the weather. And my shade cloth here, actually, what happened is I had some bungee cords on this side that were holding it all like even, but the bungee cords are just gone. I don't even know what happened to them. I don't see them anywhere, but there were several bungee cords along the side of it hooking to that fence, and now, I mean, so far I don't see any of them. Well, as you can see, all this is sagging, but that's because the bungee cords aren't there to hold it, the perimeter of it anymore. Here's a couple of my celebrity tomato plants just laying on the side. BHN 602 down there on the end, just laying on the side. Maybe I can fix those without destroying the plants. We'll see. Now, these plants here fared better than the ones that on the other end. For some reason, they're kind of okay. Although there's one. Okay, there it is right there. They're kind of moved around a little bit, but just, you know, okay, so here's the sunflowers. Yeah, I'm done with sunflowers. I'm not messing with them anymore. They survive on their own. Here's tomatoes on the ground here. Bunch of tomatoes on the ground. I have to gather those up, see if I can figure out something to do with them. Yeah, pretty disappointing. These cucumber plants here are all kind of disheveled and ripped up. And so these cucumbers here, these are my Ashleys. You can see they got pulled right out of the ground. I don't know if I got any that didn't get pulled out of the ground or not. No, it doesn't look like it. There's one. There's one left that didn't get pulled out of the ground. Out of, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. So the tub here where I had, I guess, 6 cucumber plants and 1 clone tomato plant. They just, the cucumber plants were ripped up out of the ground. They were all uprooted. There they are right there. I just pulled them all out. There was one that didn't get uprooted. And, you know, who knows what's going to happen with that. It's all hail damaged and ripped apart. So, and this, so sad over here. I did something really silly here. I had tied up my cucumber plants here. There were 6 cucumber plants in here of the slicing variety. It was a variety called Ashley that was new to me this year. And what I did is I tied them up to the rope on this shade cloth. Well, I had those clips right there around the branches, and when the tornado came through, I guess it raised up this shade cloth. I wasn't outside looking at it, believe me, it was scary. And it ripped them all right out by the roots, except for this one. For some reason, didn't get torn out, and you can see how badly. I mean, look at this plant. Anyway, I'm leaving it there in hopes that, you know, maybe it'll recover and make some cucumbers. We'll see what happens. It's flowering, and there's some new branches growing on it, so that's yet to be seen. And so I put a couple of sweet potato sprouts in the tub here too, because I had some and I needed to plant something here to cover that dirt this summer. So that's what I did. I can't believe I haven't seen any of those bungee cords. Like, what happened to them? The beets are blown over. These pepper plants are all broken to pieces. Those are toast. These cucumber plants here, there's a couple in this pot. Yeah, there's a good sized cucumber right there. I'm gonna get these while I can. I was planning on making some cucumber pickles today, and I guess I will, if I can find enough of these that aren't smashed up by hail. There's a couple off of these two plants. Gotta get these out of here without damaging them. Another one over there. These are nice size for pickles. At least I got a few so far. Probably enough for one jar of pickles. There's another one. Now, look at that one. That one got hit by hail. Might be able to salvage a little of that for a salad, maybe. There's another little pickle. There's a nice good sized one here. Cucumber. I don't think we're going to get much more cucumbers off these plants. They're pretty destroyed. But we got that many. It's enough for a jar of pickles. Just wanted to get some pictures of, you know, what happened out here last night. And I'm pretty sure that we had a tornado come through here. Or at least maybe it didn't come all the way down to the ground, but it caused enough wind to break branches off of live oak trees, which it takes a lot of force to break one of those trees. And it's going to take a long time to clean all this stuff up. So we'll just have to start getting on it one piece at a time until